at work, so, he wants to play
yeah.
with his chicken. So, anyway, you want to get us started on, this is episode 7.
7.
Yes.
And it's called, the name of this episode is, Valerie Solanas died for your sins, scumbag. And it brings us Lena Dunham and probably my number 3 all-time favorite of the American Horror Story ladies, Frances Conroy.
Oh, yeah.
I love her.
Oh, she's a trip in this one, isn't she? Wow.
Oh, my God. To help the women of... what are we calling it? I don't want to get in trouble. Crush the patriarchy. Yes, they want to bring down
the club.
Men.
The club. The elite club,
Yes. After making us wait nearly half a season to see her, they don't waste any time getting her on screen. It's 1968, and Valerie is a disgruntled... Sheldon is so cute.
I know. He's such a trip.
On the rubber chicken.
Yeah.
It's like nice sound effects in the background,
I know, he's
kind of creepy.
Yeah, that's his favorite toy of all things, and it's not like he doesn't have any, but that's his favorite, the stupid rubber chicken. But he loves it. He'll just squeak it in his mouth and just squeak it. Oh my God!
See, that's what Rocky likes to do. Squeak, squeak, squeak. That stupid rubber damn ball.
Just this one.
I hate it.
Yeah, it's just this one.
Anyway, she's a disgruntled artist who wants Andy Warhol to produce her script. Evan Peters is Andy Warhol, and gosh, he's perfect. He was so perfect as Andy Warhol.
Oh my God!
I was like,
yes,
that is Andy Warhol.
Oh, you're not kidding.
Hands on the hips and the
whole, yeah, he was great. Yeah,
when he says, "Oh, Valerie, you know women can't be serious artists," and he only has the hands on his hips. And if you know anything about history. And if you know anything about history, or if you actually spoiled yourself for reading the Wikipedia entry for Valerie Solanas, you know what comes next. Well, she returns with a loaded gun and fires it 3 times in Andy Warhol's direction, and then the last shot, she connects, and she says, "Suck my dick, Warhol."
Yeah.
She crows. So,
that was great.
It was just like, wow.
Yeah.
It was like such a good scene. And like I said, I've never seen her in anything, and I know there was all that controversy around her.
Yeah.
But I didn't know anything about her, and I didn't know anything about the controversy, so,
Yeah.
But like I said, she was not at all what I expected.
That's for sure. Yeah, you and me both with that, yes.
But I did, I found her entertaining, to say the least.
Oh, definitely.
So, do you want to take it from here?
Sure.
Or you want to keep going, or you...
Okay,
now
sure.
that we've rolled the credits.
Yes,
that all happened before, even the beginning credits.
Yeah, before it even actually started. It was crazy.
It's like...
got all this going on before we even...
minutes.
Yeah, it's like we got all this stuff going on before it even actually starts. So, it's... so now we're back to the present and the aftermath of Kai's big shooting, whatever. It had the exact desired effect they wanted. Okay? He's famous nationwide now, and he wins city council in a landslide. Now we're in deep doo-doo here. And he celebrates at an intimate slumber party with his disciples and a sheet cake. Okay. Actually, he shuts out all the women who helped him and fills his house with all
those men.
Yeah, right, guys. Yeah,
and all the women have to go to the kitchen.
Yep,
I mean,
yep. He shuts them all out. Yeah, it was. Yeah, and they're in chambray shirts and Hitler Youth haircuts, and they snicker whenever Beverly walks into the room. Something's going on there, and she knows it. Instinctively, she knows it. But fortunately, Beverly.
And she's pissed.
Yeah, she is.
She's pissed.
Hi, Nationwide. Glad to see you. Okay. Yeah, she's.
Welcome to the show.
Yes, glad to have you. Yeah, Beverly is not a happy camper at this time. Her and the other club women have a new ally, though, BB Babbitt, and that is Frances Conroy. What a name! I love it, BB Babbitt. That is just. She is some. She's a
smoking.
Yeah. Yeah. Radical feminist.
Yeah, was just like that. I mean, she always, no matter what role she plays in all the histories of all the American Horror Stories, her hairstyles are always just amazing.
Oh, she's a trip in this one.
Oh God.
Yeah, she is something else, and she knows all about this club because she used to be in one back in the late '60s. When she was Valerie Solanas' lover. Oh, yeah. The secrets come out, don't they?
Yeah.
And she says, and I quote, "The bullets she put in Andy Warhol were the first shots of a revolution." And we flash back again to the late 60s, and BB is a young hottie, high on the Scum Manifesto. It's capital C-U-M. That's what they call it. Yeah. Hanging out in hotel rooms with a dozen other Solana Stan. Yeah, Valerie has penned her famous anti-Mayo screed, but now it's time for action when she shoots Andy Warhol, and it's a sign for her followers to start their own massacre, which would be totally chilling if it wasn't so doggone silly.
So and they're saying that they're the Zodiac killers. That's what they're trying to say. Well, who knows? Maybe they were. Maybe they weren't.
Yep.
You never know because Zodiac was never caught.
Yeah, that's very true. They're saying we were the Zodiac. Yes. Yep, that's right. The Zodiac killer was actually 10 rad femmes in homemade cloaks. Okay, in homemade cloaks. Who perpetrated the infamous unsolved murders that rocked the Bay Area back in the late 60s, early 70s.
Yep.
So, the picture, so this is the take on it that, they were the Zodiac killers. So, interesting take on that one.
Silly.
Yeah.
Kind of a silly take on it.
Yeah, but it's interesting. And
but it is interesting that the Zodiac killer was never caught.
Right.
And then just all of a sudden disappeared. And, you know, I mean.
Yeah. So why not? Who knows? Scary. Why not? Why not? We may never know. So the action stops in a few familiar settings, including at a lakeside picnic where the couple is brutally stabbed to death. And just a note, I think Twisty did it better. Yes, I agree.
Yes, I think so too. Twisty always does the stabbing better.
Oh, you know it. He's got it down to a science, don't he? Okay, but then tragedy strikes. The Zodiac starts sending ciphers. But that wasn't an approved part of their plan. So things are going on that, shouldn't be going on.
Yeah.
It turns out one of the two male turds in Solanas' club. Yeah, I love it.
They call them turds.
I love it.
We love you. We love you.
Yeah.
Go ahead, call us turds. And it's like, really?
I know. I about choked.
You gotta be kidding me.
Yeah, I think I was drinking some. I about spit it out. That was. I was like, okay. So two of the turds in her club wanted to take credit for all of the hard work because patriarchy, obviously.
Right.
And while that guy gets his comeuppance, and that's the donger stabbing scene. And even more, it's a jump cut to a police officer finding his severed genitals stuffed in the mouth of his severed head. Okay. Yeah. I'm like, wow. That was interesting. It sends Valerie Solanas down the road into madness.
I think she was mad the whole time.
I don't think it sends her there. Yeah, exactly.
I think she was a nutbag the whole time.
She was already there. She didn't have far to go if that was the case. You got to love that cutscene with that police officer finding his severed genitals stuffed in the mouth of his severed head. That was bizarre, but it was so great.
Yeah.
And
quite the visual that's in the head that you just want to forget, but you can't.
Yeah. It's like, oh, bad visions. Thank you so much. Yeah. They tend to do that to you for sure.
Yes, they do.
And there's a montage that goes on, but Dunham's performance, makes it worthwhile. And in the end, Valerie dies alone, used and misunderstood, with no one for company but the ghost of Andy Warhol, who sabotages her typewriter and calls her fat. Yeah, no, she didn't have far to go, Ron. Absolutely not.
She didn't.
She was a nutcase.
Yeah, she was.
Wow.
Yeah, and she, she has the ghost of Andy Warhol, sabotaging her typewriter and calling her fat.
Yeah.
It's like, what a way to go.
Yeah,
It's like, well, you killed me, so now I can haunt you as you're dying.
That's right. That's right.
It's only fair.
Yeah, that's right. You got to be fair. So, yeah, she gets it in the. Oh, God, that was crazy.
Hi, Michelle.
Hi, Michelle.
Just popping in. You got 10 minutes, right?
Yeah, I hear you about work, honey. I know.
Yeah,
I know.
We're glad you stopped by, though.
Oh, yeah, good to see you always. Always.
Fish sticks.
Yep, fish sticks is here, so.
So, yeah.
Okay, want to take it up from there?
Okay. Like Meadow says, Winter, we have to strike back, says Beverly, and this time we won't miss. Thus begins a game of cat and mouse, but it's hard to know who's who. Back at the Anderson house, Winter finds Kai having a conversation with the parents' corpses.
He's always in deep conversation.
He always does this quite often. He loves his mother and he hates his father.
Yep, exactly.
And he tells her that the crown is heavy, and he says, and then springs a surprise. He wants to know about the Scum Manifesto, which he found in her room.
Oh yeah, by accident, not.
Yeah, not. Yeah. He went in snooping.
Well, of course he did. Unfortunately, he is a total psychopath, but he's smart. That's what makes him dangerous.
Yep. Yeah. It is. And he's really smart.
Yeah.
So he's the epitome of a sociopath.
Yeah, definitely dangerous.
So, Winter does her best to stay one step ahead of him, but the whole conversation just feels like a test.
Yeah.
And when Kai says that he's considering his own acronym MLWB for Men Lead, Women Bleed, Winter flinches a little too hard and leaves it a little too eagerly when Kai says that it was Harrison's idea.
Yeah, she's giving herself away here, and he picks right up on it.
Right.
So yeah, she's not real good at hiding. She doesn't have what we call the resting bitch face. So
she doesn't have the stone face.
The resting bitch face. Yeah, she's not good at that at all.
Yeah.
She gives herself away.
Mark Smith really likes her. You know, he says that she's gonna. He says